during the American Revolution. Saratoga, on October 17, 1777, the British surrendered, and on October 19, 1781, the British surrendered. And the one victory led, I wouldn't say inexorably, but it did lead to the other one. There were a number of turning points in the American Revolution: Trenton, when Washington crossed the Delaware, Kings Mountain, Cowpens, but the turning point of the American Revolution occurred at Saratoga. Washington's army had been soundly defeated and almost annihilated at Brandywine in September of 1777. The Americans acquitted themselves well, but lost in Germantown shortly thereafter. Things were not looking good. The British occupied Philadelphia after having occupied New York. And then, miracle of miracles, the Americans were successful in Saratoga, and several thousand British troops were surrendered to Horatio Gates, who was the commanding general at that time. Saratoga convinced, or at least helped to convince, the French to enter into the Treaty of Alliance in 1788. I think it's safe to say that without the French support in terms of soldiers, materiel, and money and funds, the American Revolution would not have been successful. That support reached its culmination in the Battle of Yorktown in 1781, under the command of General Rochambeau and Admiral de Grasse, who defeated the British at the Battle of the Capes. The Americans and the French managed to bottle up Cornwallis and the peninsula at Yorktown and conduct an almost perfect siege, something in which Washington had very little experience, but in which Rochambeau had a lot of experience. And it was well done, and without de Grasse bottling up the British and preventing their escape and preventing any aid, the Americans would not have been successful there. One of the crucial parts of the Yorktown campaign, which we will hear about later, was the attack led by Alexander Hamilton on Redoubt number 10. We are grateful to the support of the organizations who are presenting this. In addition to the Sons, we have the Continental chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution. Wes Ulrich, the president, is here. We have complementary goals of American history and patriotism. We have the American Hamilton Awareness Society, a very new group, but has had a huge impact, considering the relative youth of this, and plenty of us know about Alexander Hamilton. Of course, if you want to know more, you can see the show on Broadway. We have the Lower Manhattan History Society, which is only a few years old, but has already had a major impact in making New Yorkers and others aware of the history of this very historic place. We also have the National Democratic Club, who is here to Jim Kaplan as the head of that, and we have the New York Society, the DAR. We are very fortunate today also to have the support of three French organizations, the French Association of Reserve Officers and the Federation of French War Veterans, and also the Souvenir Francais, which is dedicated to remembering the efforts of French soldiers overseas in France. I don't know how many people know that over 2,000 French soldiers died in the American Revolution. Nearly 8,000 died after the Treaty of Alliance was entered into as part of that. This was another part of the contribution of the French to the cause of the American Revolution, and we're grateful for their participation in the ceremonies today. Thank you very much. I think we'll move on to Horatio Gates. Wes?